Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, we are going to get started on bringing in very rich tones and textures this year. Now, I know that in the previous video, I did state that I was going to put together a fall tree. Well, after reading stories over the weekend and having a conversation with Paul Bunyan, he sort of just chopped that tree right on down. But actually, no, I just decided that I'm almost at the end of my fall decorating, and then I will be starting Christmas decorating here in October. I know many of you are saying, so soon? Yes, so soon. It takes me a while to finish my Christmas decorating, and I would really love to give you all a good Christmas tour this year. So here we are in the kitchen, and that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so for those of you that are new, I cannot pan out that much right now because I am in a small cottage. So if I was in a larger home, hey, great, but I'm not. So when I am decorating, all my decor pieces really just are concentrated in one area, and I really have to push them back. Also right here, this island is pushed over to the side, but we're not going to worry about that right now. In time, it will get centered. I am looking for an antique baker's table, so hopefully that comes across here pretty soon, because I would really enjoy it. The shelf is from Hobby Lobby many years ago. And the rooster picture came from Hanson's Furniture in Modesto, California. And I just recently had, well, I believe over the summer, I did have a DIY where I mixed together some paints to refresh the colors on the rooster picture. Okay, so up above here, I just have a very small, like pot rack. It just has 3 hooks to it. And again, it's very simple, very small, because I'm working with a very limited amount of room here in the kitchen and dining area. So we are going to begin with this wheat that... oh goodness, I don't remember where I purchased this from. I know you can find it in Home Goods every year. I just liked this, just this wide bushel of wheat here versus, you know, just a slender, tall one. So I'm going to dress it up a little bit here with this ribbon. This was purchased from Merrifield Gardens. I actually just, I believe, yes, I had 4 yards cut. I like the green, how the print is on both sides. With ribbon, you pretty much get what you pay for. So I really like to step it up a little bit with my ribbons. And this is a wire ribbon. Again, it has this great, plaid, you know, tartan type plaid print on it in the greens. So I just placed it around the wheat, made a simple bow and some dovetails. Now I prefer, with this arrangement here, I want my bow to be flat. So I'm just going to simply press it down and make sure it's placed over the dovetail ends. But either way works. But again, for this, I just sort of want to keep it flat. Now I felt like moving the bow over to the side, not in the center. And next is this absolutely gorgeous plaque that was purchased from RobinKingDesigns.com. I will actually link her in my description box below. This is her vintage pear plaque. And if you mention the little blue fly when you go and visit Robin, she will make sure to give you a kind discount during checkout. And this is her pear plaque. And I have to tell you all, I have many different items coming from Robin this week, this next week coming up. So you might want to stay tuned in. And on the right-hand side is her artichoke plaque. Again, you can find her link in my description box below. That's under my video, the arrow on the right. Press it, scroll down, and you will see the link for her website. So to the left and right of the wheat, I placed the artichoke and the pear. And again, all of Robin's work is vintage inspired. So you will see the crackling on all of her fantastic images that she has to offer. Okay, so up next, I wanted to share that before I place the other item in, obviously, is that I went ahead and just pushed the two plaques together a little bit in front of the wheat. It just gives a little bit more depth into an arrangement. It makes that eye wander around the corner to see, hey, what's going on there? Okay, so now here is my vintage brass hurricane that was thrifted. And I just have in some potpourri and pumpkins and a nice drippy candle inside. So I just have the one hurricane, and eventually I will find its twin, or it will find me. And until then, I will just have to work with this one hurricane. But we will be doing something a little bit different over on the right-hand side. And that is adding another candlestick. Vintage. It is brass. It was thrifted. And then I also have another that is solid brass. So whenever we're decorating on a shelf, we don't always have to be so, matchy-macy, right? Okay, we can make things a little bit different and creative. Have fun with it. And that's what we're doing here. So I placed the two candlesticks over to the right-hand side, and we're just going to dress them up a bit since they don't have that nice glass hurricane on like the one on the left does. So I have these little candle rings. They were purchased from Merrifield Gardens. But if you look here it is sullivangift.com. I've never been to their website, but maybe they do offer them there. Hopefully it's not just for the wholesalers. But I thought to share that just in case you were interested. Now, because we're dealing with a limited amount of space, I decided I'm just going to place one on top of the candlestick, and I placed the other down at the bottom in between the two candlesticks. Because again, creativity is the name of the game here. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and happy in your heart, do it. Make it happen for yourself in your home decorating. Next, I will be adding in 2 candles. They are, I believe they are Colonial Candles. That's the company name. Yes, Colonial Candle. I actually purchased these from Wegmans grocery store. That's all they had left. I just grabbed the box. And I placed them up at top of the candlesticks. And again, you know, there's so many different trendy items out there, and that's great. Grab some of those items, take them into your home, and mix them in with the vintage. And again, just make your home what makes you happy. And if it is all trendy, well then great, right? But if not, just go get some of those trendy items and mix them in with the items that have been handed down to you or that you're thrifting. And as you see here, I have new from Robin King and then vintage items, and they all just work so well with one another. This is her artichoke platter. So she no longer makes these platters. You see how it sort of scoops down in, but she does still make these, but it's in a plaque, and it's an 11 by 14. So it's a very nice size. Same exact image. Vintage inspired again. Now the artichoke up at top, that has a cream background, and this one has a black. And on the edges of her work, she makes sure to add the touches of the gold, which I absolutely love. Give you a close-up so you can see all the crackling, the different the details on this piece. I love the little check up at top. Again, RobinKingDesigns.com, and mention the little blue fly for a kind discount from Robin. So I decided to place this up on the wall. I did not want to lift it all the way up because we're going to be adding on other items. And these are measuring cups that I actually purchased from Home Goods. Love the copper color. And then I have some teaspoons as well. I like how the little handles have that spiral to them. And I just placed some hooks up underneath this shelf. And placed a set to the left and then to the right. Because after all, this is the kitchen, right? So we should be having measuring cups and teaspoons. And these are measuring cups, and they are vintage, copper. And one can stack them or hang them from the hooks. That's what I'm getting ready to do. So we have a cup and a 3/4 cup and a 1/2 cup and a 1/4 cup. And I just placed them on the hooks. Again, having fun with it all. But I believe that the copper pieces will pretty much be staying there in place. And just bringing in all the rich colors that fall has to offer. Okay, so this next piece came from the I just love him. Doug, he's just the greatest. The Flower Gallery in Manassas. Now this stand used to be like a light creamy, almost white type color. And I do tend to gravitate towards the warm color. So I use, and it just happened to be right here in this room, an antiquing wax. I have many videos where I share this process. I just use this wax right here. I'll try to get it in focus. There we go. This can be purchased online at Michael's. It's by Folk Art, and the numbers are 34171 for the antique wax. And again, I just brush it on with a brush, and just, it really doesn't matter, left, right, whatever way. And then I use a cloth and I just pat the wax off. You don't ever want to rub it off. You pat it. So I just sort of wanted to lift this up so you can see. If you rub it off, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to have this rub line, and you don't want that. You want to pat it to give it that that depth of aged goodness. And then where you see the chippy goodness, well, the wax will darken that up a little bit, making for just the perfect piece. To my liking anyways, because I love the warm tones. Now to decorate on top of this tray, I've had this wreath for, oh my goodness, many years. And it's just a simple, skinny wreath in the back where just different berries and glass grapes. Just one artichoke is still in there. I have to bring it back to life a little bit. But as you can see, that's just a skinny little wreath form. And just ivy leaves have been placed on. And I decided to put it over to the right and I've just placed in some of these artichokes. Those were purchased some time back as well. And then I have the glass grapes just, cascading down off the front of the tray. And I placed in this handsome rooster it used to be white. And I went ahead and aged it up with some wax. I do have a tutorial on this as well, one of my videos. And this was purchased from the At Home store. And I just love decorating with roosters. I love the French country look and the old world for those of you that are new. And I decided to add this rooster here because you don't always want to go all dark. You want to add in some lighter colors to make sure that you have the balance between the two. Here is some potpourri. I did share this in the previous video before this one. The name of the company if you're interested in trying to find some like this. And I have this glass hurricane, and I just decided to place some inside because it has such that beautiful, the greens and then some of the warm oranges and a touch of red. And now I'm having a bit of a dilemma over here. I don't know if I want to put this apple I have inside this hurricane or if I want to put another artichoke. So I'm just going to play with it a little bit and see, sometimes, I just place things where I'm thinking I would like for it to go, and I stand back. I mean, literally stand back and take a look at it and just see if it is just working well with the room. I mean, I loved this apple inside the hurricane. It just, offered something, just a different touch. But ultimately, I decided to place the apple somewhere else because as soon as I placed in this artichoke, I said, oh, yes, this is the winner. It was something about this green coming through the glass that I just absolutely fell in love with. And then the little red apple down below. Or, no, that's not an apple. That's a pear. Oh gosh, what a mess. And so I have the apple placed down here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be putting it. Okay, so I have one of these. It's a mercury votive holder, candle holder. There's 3 of them I will be sharing today. I do have a couple more. I just do not, I've misplaced them, of course, like everything else. But these were purchased from Pottery Barn, actually a few years back. They might still have them, but they give a gorgeous glow when candles are placed inside. I believe I'm going to keep this one right here. So I decided to take the apple. Okay, we're still on the apple over here. So I decided to move it because the votive was hiding, it was just covering it up. So I placed it inside the wreath, and I have the artichoke, the apple, and then the little plums right there for the triangle shape. And I'm in love with it. We're going to decorate up on the pot rack. So I went ahead and placed back up my copper pot. That's always up here. This was a Home Goods find. The berries that are coming down are from Hobby Lobby. 50% off right now. So I think, you might pay $6 for one of them. And they are everything. Try to get your hands on some. And the greenery came from Michael's. And then I thrifted that little pot. And now we're going to play around over here up against the wall. So now, we've been playing with woods and we have some terracotta. Now we're going to bring in this fabulous book, The Best of Country Cooking. Okay, I'm going to be making several of these recipes inside this book. I believe I just paid 50 cents for it. Books are so cheap when you go out thrifting. And just look at these. I mean, the holidays are dangerous. But I'm the type of girl, don't give me a low-fat diet cookie. I mean, I need some butter in my cookie, some rich goodness inside my cookie. But I mean, if I had to have a sugar-free cookie, I guess I would just have to go along with that, right? Well, but that's just not the case for me. I hope it never is, because I love my buttery richness, baking, and cooking. I was just raised with it. My mother being German, everything was about butter. And then my father being French. It's a dangerous combination, but wonderful at the same time. So I placed the cookbook off to the side. I told myself, self, you will not be putting this cookbook away. It is going to be staying right here because we will be trying out new recipes. Okay, so the lamp, this was purchased from Target. There's two different sizes, small and large. And I just noticed this big piece of wonderful moss. And watch, I'm going to make it fit inside this lamp. It must. Because there is so much character to that piece of moss right there. And I will just start placing in the potpourri. Now, I'm not sure if Target still sells these, but they're very reasonably priced. And you have to purchase the shade separately, which I did find one at Target as well. And again, just look at the glow of these greens and oranges through the glass. I'm in love with this look. Another red pear. There's a couple leaves in here. I really need to try to find some more of this potpourri mix. They just had the one bag on clearance. This lamp is so much fun because throughout the seasons, I can add in so many different items. Now, this pumpkin's not going to fit because it's obviously too big, and that's okay. So I decided to place the lamp on top of the cookbook. The lampshade, this came from Target. It has the inside is gold. But okay, so the plug-in, the downside is the plug is on the top of the lamp. So you have to do your best to try to disguise that cord. So I just went ahead and wrapped it up. And when I was at Wegmans, I saw these pretty mums, and right in the center, they have those gorgeous envy green button tops. These are fabulous. And they smell so good. Time for smell-o-vision again. If only. And they were placed actually inside this copper pot, which is perfect. So if you find that you have been enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, feel free to share my channel so the little blue fly can just reach as many people, as we possibly can. And always, I love your comments because your comments, they keep me going because I do get tired here, everyone. I do. But your comments and how you share your lives with me, it just really means a lot. And I want you all to know that you inspire me right back, and I try my best. I really do for you all.